So welcome everybody. So we're going to look at again, and we kind of look at this every time we do a yoga class, but I'm going to be really specific in it. So we're looking at the fight and flight response. So most people on planet Earth these days are living in fight and flight. And we're the only animal, because we are an animal, we're a mammal, that doesn't have a natural switch off. So, for instance, an example of that is deers. If deers are in an accident and they're knocked slightly, but they're okay, they'll shake, and the shake starts at the tip of the nose, and it goes like a dog does, and it goes all the way down the body, and then they just reset. And we've been told to, stip upper lip, especially in the UK, get yourself together, stop crying. And all of those mechanisms are part of our body's ability to release stress. And often the stress response starts in birth. So if you imagine, and some of you may have been this baby that was birthed having to use forceps, for instance. Yeah. So that immediately switches on fight and flight. And we have an ability to release fight and flight up to about 6 to 7 weeks of birth, and then it stops. But the wisdom keepers of the world discovered that there is a way to switch it back on energetically. So we're going to work with that, and we'll probably work with it quite a bit. And I recommend you teach it to your children. Anybody who's willing to listen to the weirdness, teach it. Okay. So it actually involves the heart space and the second chakra, because it's the second chakra where we hold a lot of that trauma. So spine nice and straight, just a comfortable sitting position, and let the eyes close. And bring both hands to the chest and just place them over the energetic heart space. And start to breathe. See if you can feel the heartbeat as well. Just observing the rhythm of the physical heart. But see if also you can tune into the energetic heart, so the feeling center. So as you continue to feel and see if you can really hear the heart as well. Start to lengthen the exhalation, which drops you into parasympathetic response. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about our memory. So our body is 70 to 75% water, and water holds memory. And the water that's in our body has been on planet Earth since it's been here. And it's been rivers, it's been plants, trees, animals, other humans, and now it's in us. And it comes out of us when we go to the loo, and then we drink a bit more water, it comes back in. So we've got these memories that maybe aren't our current life. So I'm going to read you a little passage from the Bhagavad Gita, which is a very ancient text set on a huge battlefield in India. And it's kind of like the first time we hear about the stress response. So it's from the Bhagavad Gita, and it's chapter 1. So just keep breathing. So imagine you're on a battlefield. There's plenty of that going on at the moment, isn't there? So this is the story of Krishna and Arjuna. And Krishna's about to go into battle, and a lot of the people that he's about to go into battle with and against are actually his relatives. They're all kind of interrelated through clans. And he turns around to Krishna and he says, "Oh, Krishna, I see my relations here anxious to fight, and my limbs grow weak. My mouth is dry, my body shakes, and my hair is standing on end. My skin burns, and the bow, Kandiva, has slipped from my hand. I am unable to stand. My mind seems to be whirling. These signs bode evil for us. I do not see that any good can come from killing our relations in battle. So all of those are symptoms of fight and flight. And what we've forgotten over centuries is that we should connect to our heart, because our heart is full of the truth of what we really are, which is not this physical body, not the fear response. That's just a biological response that we're wired in because thousands and thousands of years ago, we needed to be able to run away from the saber-toothed tiger. So our brain has evolved since then, but we still respond that way. And we need to learn how to switch it off regularly, because it becomes very toxic and our body gets full of cortisol and adrenaline. And then it starts to affect the brain. And then we start to get bad memory. So just keep focusing on the heart. And then with the right hand, I want you to bring that down to touch Mother Earth. And imagine your awareness. So really use this creative potential that we have as humans, that your awareness has traveled down into the planet and you can feel the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and let your own heartbeat sync with it. Nice and steady, feeling supported. And remember that our physical bodies, although they are birthed through humans, are actually part of planet Earth. When we can no longer live in our physical body, our true self leaves and our vehicle gets recycled. Really paying attention to that steady, calm heartbeat of Mother Earth and your heartbeat settling. Just surrendering yourself to the stillness, to the breath. And then bring the right hand now to the second chakra, so it's just below the belly button, and place it there. And imagine the energy of the second chakra starts to slow down. So you've got your left hand on your heart still. And mentally say to yourself, you are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Feel the breath naturally extending itself. Letting go of the stories that keep us trapped in that cycle of reaction, feeling triggered, and feeling that sense of deep support that you can give yourself. Being aware of that gentle heartbeat, connecting it down into the second chakra. So the energy there is calm too. And then mentally saying, you are safe. You are safe. You are safe. And when we switch back on our relaxation response, our body is allowed to heal naturally. So the energy that we switch back into creates a natural healing environment. So practice it regularly. If you start to feel triggered, take yourself off, hand on heart, just take your time, calm yourself down. So let's come down to the floor. Knees bent, have your belt handy. So we're going to work with hip and heart openers. Let the knees come up, cross the ankles, and just gently let the knees circle. So we're not holding the knees, we're just moving into that really low part of the sacrum where the tailbone and the sacroiliac joint can get quite tight. Gently massaging the fascia. Lovely, change directions. Good, now bring the hands to the knees, unclasp the ankles and circle. And change directions. Lovely, and release. Place the feet down. Take the belt to the right leg. We'll work dynamically first, and then we'll switch into the extended exhale. So inhale, let the knee bend. Exhale, push the heel up. Good, and keep the leg extended. Breathe in for a count of 4. Exhale for 6 or more. And I want you to actively scan from the jawline through the neck and the shoulders, through the whole body. And mentally say to your body, it's safe. So our body holds these memories and then it gets triggered by things because our mind is not in our head, it's everywhere. And just give it instructions to relax. It's okay, it's safe. Nice long exhalation. And as you exhale, feel that sense of almost melting into Mother Earth and allowing the Great Mother to support you. So Mother Earth feeds us, gives us our body, allows us to breathe, to drink water. Good. Now hold the belt in the right hand, nice and tight. Let the left knee roll out, left arm out to the side. And again, we'll just do the movement dynamically first. Breath in, exhale, let the leg come out. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, take it out. Good. Now hold the leg out. Start to lengthen the exhale. And as you do that, scan from the jaw all the way through towards the foot. And mentally give your body permission to let go. Tell it that it's safe. So mentally say you are safe. And each time you exhale, feel the body just melting, surrendering just a little bit more. And being aware, also making a note of the things that we view and the things that we listen to. So everything that we consume and how this impacts the fight and flight response. Letting it go. Making different choices. Lovely, come back to center. Belt into the left hand. Straighten out the left leg. Right arm out to the side. Start with the right knee bent and let's do it dynamically first. Exhale, come across. Inhale, back up. Good, now I'm going to hold this one. Move into the extended exhale. Scanning the body from the jaw all the way down through the neck, heart space, shoulders, all the way through, out along the leg that you're working on, and giving the body the permission to let go because it's safe. There's many times in a day when perhaps the fight and flight response comes on, sitting in traffic, having conversations with people at work, interactions, when our emotions get stuck in a cycle and then we get triggered. So triggers happen because there's something in our body that hasn't been cleared. And that comes from traumas that haven't been processed when we're younger. And when we can get rid of that energetic frequency and the memory of it in the body, we're no longer triggered by things and the fight and flight response doesn't react to it. So we clear patterns. Come back to center. Good. Now let's rebend the left leg and either use the belt to bring the right knee down, or your hand. So you're bringing the knee down towards the ribs, sole of the foot facing the ceiling. So if you can't do that with the hand, use the belt. And bring your left hand to rest just above the pubic bone. Again, I want you to focus on the heart space. And as you inhale, have a sense of kind of like opening the heart. So you actively sort of open and press the shoulder blades towards the floor. And as you exhale, send a message into the solar plexus area, the sacral chakra, that it's okay. The second chakra predominantly, but also the solar plexus, which is the next one up. And it's safe. Each time you exhale, see if you can let go of any patterns that have been stored in the physical body. So that will be tightness of the hips, tension in the lower belly and the abdominal organs. See if you can just nudge the body to release a little bit more each time, reassuring it that it's safe. Lovely. Now bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Push the right leg away with the hand. This might be enough for some of you for the hips. Or if you want to go deeper, we're going to lift the left foot off the floor and either hold the knee and the foot or reach through and hold the left hamstring with both hands. Relax the head. And again, breathe deep into the chest. Feel the ribs expanding, consciously bringing the breath to the heart. And then as you exhale, take your attention through the body to the lower chakras and tell the energy body that it's safe. It can release. Notice the tightness around the right hip. And keep reassuring the body that it's safe. Lovely. And release. Release the right leg. Bring the belt to the left leg. And do the sequence again. So the mental affirmation is as important as the breath and the body movement. Inhale, let the knee bend. Exhale, push the heel up. So remember, I said that our mind is everywhere. So it's in every cell of your body, and every cell remembers experiences, but often these experiences aren't necessarily stored properly. And our brain has a tendency to naturally store bad memories. It doesn't store good ones all the time in the right place. And that's to do with our reptilian survival brain reaction. So tell your legs it's safe as well. You know, maybe we've had to run away at some point in our life from things, and that energy's stayed in our legs. Or maybe because the process of running away, we actually were able to release that adrenaline and cortisol. Good. Hold the position, start to extend the exhalation and talk to your body. Breathe in and feel the breath really expanding the heart space. And as you exhale that intention into the body that it's safe, it's held, and it's okay to release any tension. And just notice maybe the right leg's having a little bit of a shake. Mine is, so it's obviously releasing something. I'm just letting it shake. You're going to hold the belt in the left hand. Let the right knee roll out, right arm out. Exhale the leg out to the left. Bring it back up. And hold the leg out. So sometimes we feel, if we've had relationships in the past that didn't end so well, then maybe the body's storing that, that fear of being alone. Maybe that isn't the case for you. These are just examples of things that get stuck in our energetic system. So the system we know as the chakra system, and the full name for it is the luminous energy field. Scientists call it the bioplasmic field. So it exists because science, they can see it now. So that now they believe us. It's also called the Dwadishanta in yoga. That's the yogic name for it. And it's this field that stores the negative energy, which is why breathwork and visualization, meditation is so powerful at healing the energetic body. And when the energetic body heals, so does the physical body. Good, come back to center, belt into the right hand, knee slightly bent, left arm out to the side, and exhale. Bring it back. And across again. And hold. And notice when we hold this twist, there is a deep movement into the visceral organs as well. So feeling the breath, opening the heart space, exhaling it through the lower body, giving the body permission to release, surrender, let go. Really bring the leg back up. Rebend the right leg. Use the belt or your hand to bring the knee down. Right hand just above the pubic bone. Feel the breath opening the heart space. Chest expanding, and then exhale down your awareness into the lower chakras. Be aware of any holding patterns on the left side. Let the jaw relax. Notice any memories, images that might be floating up out of the subconscious. Just let them release. Lovely. Now bring the left leg to the right thigh, push it away. Basic movement if you want to stay with this, or lift the right foot off the floor, hold the foot or the knee, or reach through, hold the hamstring and draw the right thigh in as close as you can. Deep breath, feel the breath expanding the heart space. And then push the energy through the lower body, giving it permission, telling it it's safe. Lovely. And releasing. Bring both knees towards you. Let's circle them nice and wide again. Good. Now bring the knees in. Exhale into coil. Inhale, lower the feet. We're going to push up into bridge. And we're going to hold this bridge. So I want you to lift up onto the, bring the right shoulder off the floor and tuck it underneath the body. So you can feel it opening the front of the chest. And then roll onto the right shoulder and tuck the left arm under. And push up as high as you can. And then I want you to bend your elbows and take your thumbs and hook them into the lower back. If that's not possible, leave the hands on the floor. And breathe deep into the belly here. So a nice, deep, slow, reassuring breath. Lengthen the exhalation. Imagine the navel being pulled backwards towards the spine, and that action squeezes the kidneys and the adrenal glands, as well as the other visceral organs. But switching those adrenal glands off. We don't need to produce any more cortisol or adrenaline in this moment in time. Switching it off. Lovely. And release. Knees come back towards you. Rock from side to side. I want you to really rock all the way over to one side. Massage the whole of the back of the body. Tell it it's safe. Lovely. And come all the way up to sitting. Had a slight Mercury retrograde moment there on the camera. It decided it didn't want to work, but it's back on. Okay. So let's do a little bit of work with the heart space. So from a sitting position, whatever suits you, bring the thumbs to the shoulders. Okay. We're going to inhale to the left, exhale to the right. Eyes closed. Build up the speed to suit you. We come back to center, bring the elbows together, take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. And feel that sigh coming from the pubic bone. I want it to come all the way up. Breathe in. Hands to the side of the body. Let's open the side of the heart. Inhale, sweep one arm up. Bring the hand down the back of the head. Come over. And just work with what works for you. So you might take the arm further over, but make sure the sit bones stay anchored. You might get the elbow down. Good. Now, keeping the hand behind the head, we're going to bring the elbow to the opposite knee, but you're going to inhale, look up as far as you can. Exhale, come down. So we're opening that back section of the energetic field now. So if you imagine you're in a big bubble, and this big bubble is actually you. And we're just clearing out that energy field. Use that exhalation to clear out that denser energy that no longer serves you. Good. Come back up. Let's go the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Looking up, opening the underarm area. Exhale. Last one. Lovely. And release. Okay, let's release the legs. I suppose we better come standing. It's nearly 10:15. Okay. So spread the fingers nice and wide. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale. Heel out the feet. So really work down into the calf muscles. And do that movement that we've started to do where when the knee's bent, let that foot roll over so you're stretching the front of the ankle. Inhale, push the other heel down, roll the ankle. If you think your nervous system runs all the way down through the ankle to the tips of your toes, there's not a lot of room for it to run through the ankles. So give it a bit of help. Same with the wrists, same with the neck. Good, now let's walk our hands and our feet towards each other, holding Uttanasana. And slowly roll up. So I'm going to work with the mats this way. So turn them that way. I'm going to use Luzhong because Luzhong is such a great sequence to clear out the energetic highways of our field. Okay. So start with the feet nice and wide. So remember, we count 7 of each movement. So when it's a side-to-side movement, that means you're going to need to count 14. I'm asking you to count because I might forget. Hands into the lower back. Soften the knees if you need to. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, come forwards. Really take your time. Make sure you fully inhale, fully exhale. Lovely, back to center. Set the feet together. Let's clear. So this is the standard breath. Imagine you're going to push that breath out through the top of the head. And with that, we're clearing out the gunk. Inhale. Out through the mouth. So it's rapid, as if you're pushing from here. Inhale. Lovely. Feet nice and wide. Hands to the hips. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, rotate. Bring the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. So it's a twist and a balance. Go slowly. Inhale. So we're going to count 14. Last one. Step to center. So each of these movements squeeze energy along particular rivers, shall we call them? And then we need to flush them out as if they're just going out to the bigger sea. Ready? Inhale. Feet not quite as wide. And this one is turn both feet forwards and then try to keep the front leg straight, not bent. So it's slightly different energy channel. 14, take a breath in. Exhale. Good, back to center when you're done. Let's clear it out. Imagine you've got this ball of energy and we're pushing it out of it. Inhale. Visualize it dissipating into space. Inhale. Good. Cross the arms. Notice which way you've crossed them. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Cross the other way. clearing. So again, I'm going to give you a visualization because we know energy follows thought. So you're in this ball, which is you, this ball of energy that is all the way around you, all the way below you by about 12 inches. And you're going to exhale. It's going to come out through the top of your head and it's going to clear that field completely and be recycled into the cosmos. Ready? Inhale. Send it out mentally. Visualize it like a little film. And again. Well done. And the great thing about energy is it's very intelligent. Bring your hands behind your back. So even if you can't imagine it, it will happen anyway. So, but imagining it makes it even more powerful. So hands into the lower back. Inhale, go as far back as you comfortably can. Exhale, fold forwards. Bend the knees only if you need to. 7. Last one. Good. Again, visualize. Clear it out. Inhale. Lovely. Take the feet a little bit wider. We're just going to tire the legs out a little bit more. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And if you want to just stay with this, if this is challenging enough for you, then stay with this. Otherwise, when you go down, knee down, come back up. Exhale, knee down, come back up. And if that's fine, keep the hands above the head. And feel the fire in the thighs as you push back up. Oh, lovely. I think that's enough for today. All the way down. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to just do the TRE quickly, just the one sequence, because the thighs should be tired enough for it to work. So bring the soles of the feet together. So this is where we allow our body to shake. We just give it permission to shake away. So keep the soles together. We're going to push up as high as we can and hold. So bridge, but with the knees out. Breathe deep to the belly. Good, let the body come back down. So we're going to keep the soles of the feet together at all times. I want you to bring the knees up by about an inch. So that's 2.5 centimeters if you weren't born in inch times. And just hold it there. So what happens is you'll start to eventually feel a tremoring. In when I teach this in workshops, I say it's like, if you imagine you're lying on a vast open plain somewhere in North America, vast landscape where the buffalo used to roam. And then all of a sudden you can hear this sort of thundering in the background, like a tremoring, and the buffalo are coming towards you, but you can't see them yet. And this is the sensation you get in the legs. They start to tremor, and that's what we're after. So bring the knees up another inch. And again, you might find that they're already starting to move. Let it happen. Give your body permission. It's totally safe. It's just shaking off like the wildebeest or the deer. We're just shaking off the energy that we don't need to hold on to anymore. We don't need to keep ourselves stuck in the fight and flight. Good. Now, another inch. And just, you might find also that if you're somebody who likes control and order in your life, many of us are, that actually you've pushed and suppressed a lot of emotions. So it takes time for your body to be able to start to shake. So if you're not shaking much, that's okay. But keep giving the body permission. Say, it's okay, have a shake. It's perfectly safe. And then come a little bit closer in, but at no point are we allowing the knees to touch, but as close as you can get without touching, but keeping the soles of the feet together. Lovely. Now we're going to go out the other way, just an inch. So we're starting to open the legs again. So what we're doing is we're keeping our muscles in tension so that they can start to release. Good, a little bit more. And then take them all the way out. And then bring the soles of the feet to the floor in semi-supine. And I want you to find a point where you don't feel as if they're fully rested. So it might be that they're a bit wider or a bit further away. And I want you to literally just let go of the legs. So you're not holding them in position. And you might find that this movement, so quite a busy, I call it a busy month rather than anything other than that. And actually, my body is releasing quite a lot of tension today. So my whole pelvis is wanting to shake. So I'm just letting it shake. It's moving from side to side. Experiment with the leg position. So you might want to put the legs much further away so that the legs are just shaking. Really just give yourself, your body permission to switch off. And you might find it travels up through the body and the whole body starts to shake. And what we're going to do now is, normally I like a lot longer to do this process, at least sort of half an hour, but we're now going to just bring the knees together, which will switch it off. Take the feet nice and wide. And we're going to use the heart mudra position. So interlace the fingers and bring the hands above the head. If that's too much for your shoulders, release the arms until it is comfortable. And breathe with your awareness into the heart. And as you exhale, imagine breathing down with that exhalation into Mother Earth and feel the heartbeat of the mother below you. Good. Now keep the hands interlaced, bring them to the heart space at the front. Feel the gentle beat of the heart. Feel the earth below you. And then keeping the left hand on the heart, bring the right hand down to the Swadhisthana, the second chakra. So just below the belly button. And again, feeling that sort of, it's like a triangular energy. So you've got the connection to Mother Earth, the connection to your own heart, and that connection down into the lower chakra, reassuring it that it doesn't need to stay in that old pattern, the energy pattern, and that it's safe. And visualize or feel. So if you're very sensitive to energy, you would be able to feel the energy of the chakra, or just imagine it slowing down to synchronize with the heartbeat. And feeling that sense of safety, being supported. Think about the thousands and thousands of years that humans have felt unsafe and how it is in our memory. It's time for us to learn to feel safe so that we can switch off the dialogue of war, which comes from fear. We all tremble. We all know fear. Turn to the one life pervading the universe, whose name dispels fear, and find that name resonating in your heart. Luminosity permeates the universe. And the secret sound that hums everything into existence resounds everywhere. Listening to the inner sound continually. Become lovers with the secret one. Turn to the one life pervading the universe whose name dispels fear, and find that name resonating in your heart. And when you're ready, take a deeper breath in and sweep both hands overhead. Exhale with the final. Roll over to one side and stay rolled up for a moment. And I want you to hug yourself. So you're bringing your energy field closer inwards. And imagine that all of the chakras are just coming a little bit closer in towards the body and slowing down a little bit. And then you've got this shield of protection all around you that's like a big blue egg. And then over the top of that blue egg, you've got a gold egg. And then sprinkle a few mirrors all the way around you. And then slowly come back up. And again, with the hands at the side, reaffirm that image. Blue energy comes all the way up from the earth, from the waters. Golden liquid metal all the way down from the sun, creating this ball of protection over the energy body. Sprinkle a few mirrors and then a few more. So you're only processing your stuff, not everybody else's baggage. Bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale down through the midline. And namaste.
Namaste.